All Black Patrick Tuipulotu has been cleared of doping. He was sent home from the end-of-year tour last November after a positive test, but a second sample has now come back clear. Ross Carl is at Eden Park. And Ross, why has it taken so long?
Well, Sasha, the reason it's been 3 months almost since that initial sample in November and his provisional suspension and the phone call this morning to say he was in the clear is because when you receive a positive A sample, you have the chance to test what that substance was, do some research before the B sample comes in. Now, the reason you do that is because if the A sample was tested wrong and you had the B sample tested immediately, there's a very good chance that it could also come back positive. But if you do the research and decide that, hell, this never could have been in your system, well, then you go and have the B sample done 2.5 months later and you discover that you're in the clear. So they're a very happy bunch. His manager, Ben Boyle, said they always expected him not to have put that in his system today.
He was confident that he hadn't taken anything illegal or, in his view, a banned substance. And so, yeah, we're relatively confident that we would get a positive result, and it's come out.
Very odd that there's a discrepancy between the testing and we've asked them to look closer at that, and they are investigating as to I guess how there's been a misreading or whatever, and no doubt we'll get some feedback in due course.
Tuipulotu will consider whether they should seek compensation once they get answers about why the samples differed.
As we mentioned earlier, he was exonerated late this afternoon of any doping charges and is free to play rugby once again. But questions still remain. With me is New Zealand Rugby Chief Executive Steve Chu. Steve, first of all, how has it taken so long, 3 months since mid-November, to have the B sample tested and to have this cleared up?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a matter probably for Patrick to answer, because that's a decision he's had to make. But, I mean, we're just delighted now that his name's been cleared and he can get on and join the Blues straight away.
We've seen headlines go all around the world. All Black tests positive for drugs. Yep. Will mud stick?
Yeah, well, I think what it does, it reinforces the importance of the confidentiality clauses around this matter. So, athletes are entitled to be considered innocent and the matter kept private until the hearing's been concluded, and then that would allow all the testing to have been done. So that's unfortunate. But no, look, we hope that the new headline will get around the same places, and Patrick, as I say, his integrity is intact.
Has it been upsetting that it got out in the first place?
Yeah, it is upsetting. I mean, it's very upsetting for Patrick. I feel that we've let him down a little bit because somehow that information's become public. But in the end, we've got to the right place, and that's the most important thing.
Any contact the last 24, 48 hours with the Australian Rugby Union? We seem to be in the twilight zone at the moment with the bugging situation.
Yeah, no, we'll leave that out, I think. I mean, they've obviously got their theories in Australia. That's not unusual, is it?
No, it's not. Thank you for your time, Steve. Enjoy the night ahead.
Cheers. Goodbye.